By the end of this video, you will understand why having a big goal doesn't mean that you have a strategy, and why this difference separates companies that succeed from companies that fail. Imagine you are the CEO of a company and you have thousands of talented employees working for you. You have billions of dollars, you have clear vision, you want to become the biggest company in your industry. It sounds like a strategy, right? But what if I tell you that almost every struggling company has exactly the same thing? A big vision, a big goal, a lot of motivation, and they still failed. So the question is, if everyone has goals and everyone wants success, what actually makes a strategy different? Let's take a use case. Let's talk about Nokia, for example. At one point, Nokia was one of the most successful technology company in the world. They had incredible engineering talent, they had millions of customers, they had strong brand recognition. But when smartphones changed the industry, Nokia struggled. And many people explain this by saying Nokia failed because they didn't innovate. But the explanation is incomplete, in my opinion, because Nokia was full of smart engineers, they had innovation, they had resources, they had everything. So what was missing? While learning about how executive thinks, I came across an interesting idea. Many organizations confuse three different things: goals, plans, and a strategy. A goal tells you where you want to go. For example, you want to become a market leader, you want to grow your revenue by 50%, you want to build the best AI product. These goals can be very inspiring, but they don't tell you how you will win. So what is plan? A plan tells you what activities you will do. For example, hire more engineers, launch more features, spend more on marketing. But the list of actions is not automatically the strategy. So ultimately, then, what is strategy? Strategy starts with understanding the challenge. What problem are we actually facing? What obstacle is stopping us? What choice are we making to overcome it? The first thing I learned about executive thinking is this: executives don't start with solutions, they start with the diagnosis. Before asking what should we do, they ask what is really happening. For example, a company is losing customers. An average approach would be, let's build more features. But the executive approach would be, why customers are leaving? Is the problem pricing? Is the product experience? Is the competition better? Are we solving the right problem? This was probably the biggest mindset shift for me, because as an engineer, we are trained to solve the problems. Someone gives us requirements and our instinct is to start building. But executives, they operate differently. They spend more time understanding problem before deciding the solution, because solving the wrong problem perfectly is still a failure. And this applies directly to our careers as well. A lot of technical professionals think career growth means only improving technical skills, getting more certificates, learning more technologies, gaining more experience. But maybe the bigger question is, what problem am I trying to solve with my career? What direction am I choosing? Are my actions actually moving me there? Before exploring this topic, I thought strategy was mainly about having a strong plan, but I realized something different. Strategy is not about creating a longer list of things to do. Strategy is about understanding reality. It's about making choices and focusing your efforts where it matters the most. So, if you want to start thinking more like an executive, try this simple exercise. Before starting any important project, ask 3 questions. Question 1: what is the real problem we are trying to solve here? Question 2: what obstacle is stopping us? And question 3: what are we choosing not to do? Because strategy is not only about deciding what you will do, strategy is also about deciding what you will not do. So, coming back to our original question, what separates a goal from a strategy? A goal tells you where you want to go, a plan tells you what you will do, but a strategy explains why those actions will overcome the challenge, and the difference is how executive thinks. But this creates another questions, like if strategy is not about having a big goal or a long plan, how do executives actually figure out what problem is worth solving? How do they make decisions about when they don't have all the information, and how do they know when to stay focused versus when to change the direction? These are the questions I'm trying to understand as we continue our learning on how executives think. This was one more step we took from code to the clarity. See you in the next one.